All right, everybody. It's another Friday night. That means a comic book invest hot 10 list written by the one and only Ben Stein. But Ben Stein is not here tonight. That's okay, you guys. It's going to be a real fun show. We got a lot to talk about. And thanks for hanging out. Cool giveaway tonight. Lots of crazy books, lots of information, lots of love to our homies in the community. Let's do it. All right. Let's get in it. Bird City Comics in the house. What up, Ant?
Yes,
How you
sir.
doing, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm all right. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Dropping a book today. We'll get into that. Dropping a big book.
Oh yeah.
Also got dollar bill, y'all.
Hey Brian, hey Anthony, how are you guys?
Dollar bill, y'all. That's
just chilling,
like
you know.
Here,
Yeah,
chilling.
He's talking about my height. Let's do this.
What's up, everybody in the chat? We've got 44 live right now. All right, so here's the deal, you guys. We have a lot of information to talk about today. First off, I'm going to hit you with, we have a really cool giveaway that we're doing with Shortboxed. You guys, Shortboxed, another one of those great apps out there that us comic collectors utilize to, get our best collection, sell as many books as we can, to buy those better books or to put money in our pocket to pay our bills, whatever we got to do in comics, speculation and investing, buying, selling, whatever it is. Shortboxed, really cool app. That's one of those tools out there to utilize for slabbed books, for all you slab 9.8 slab fans, for all you 9.8 snobs. We all become 9.8 snobs at some point. It will happen. It's like the dark side, you guys. The dirty flipper will take a hold. Anyways, shout out to Shortbox. Shortbox hooked us up along with the beautiful, amazing, super cool Anna Love. Anna Love and her husband were out in Baltimore and got to hang out and meet everybody. It was a lot of fun. And Anna won, her husband won a Jim Lee sick-ass slab backpack from Shortbox. And then Anna won a badass 9.8 Killing Joke.
Yes.
And the coolest thing about that book is, other than it's a super dope 9.8 Killing Joke, is the fact that Anna didn't want it because, of course, Anna already has one. And there are people out there that don't have a 9.8 Killing Joke. And Anna Love was super cool and said this. Let me do this real quick. If I'm smart, again, check out the Shortboxed app, you guys. Really cool stuff. All right, so Anna said this.
Hi guys, it's Anna. I'm packing up from Baltimore Comic-Con to go back home, and I've had a great weekend. And a lot of people are asking me about the stuff I won this weekend. I happen to be an exceptionally lucky person, and I am grateful for that. And the people around me generally are too, like my husband, who won this awesome backpack from Shortbox at his event. And I won this Killing Joke in 9.8. And I love it very much. And I think it's an awesome book. That's why I have one. So I want to put this back out there and make it someone else's great memory. I have the memory of getting it from Shortbox, and I could put it in a box and keep it forever. You know how I work. I would. But I think that someone else should probably have this instead of me. So I'm going to give it back to Shortboxed, and they're going to hook up with guys from Tales from the Flipside, and they're going to do a whole different giveaway for this book. Now, I want to know who wins this book. And if it happens to be another dirty, rotten flipper out there, I want them to give it to me first as an option at a ridiculously cheap price, so we can put it back up and give it away to someone else who has it, keeps it, enjoys it, remembers what it feels like to get a special book, and keeps adding to their collection, because I am here for friends. So throwing this back to Shortboxed, hooking it up with guys from Tales from the Flipside, and I suppose you could win it just like I did. And I'm going to keep up with this because I'm excited for you guys.
So shout out to Anna Love and Shortbox for that really cool, kind gesture. So here's how you win this, you guys. You go watch this episode right here, episode 197 of the Monday Night Show. As you can see, it's got Stallone and the Shortbox logo and the Killing Joke on there. Go watch that episode. Very, very easy to learn how to win these books. We are going to give it away in 3 days, 2 days, whatever, whenever, Monday night. There we go.
There we go.
So Monday night, we are going to give it away. We are going to pick a winner. So go watch this episode right here, 197 of Tales from the Flipside, to learn how to do that. All right. So here's how we do. Tales from the Flipside, you guys. Every Friday night, we do the CBSI Hot 10 list, but immediately following the Hot 10 list, jump on over to Mighty Mel V channel for Drunken Chat. And then, of course, shout out to the one and only Bird City Comics. Make sure to go check out birdcitycomics.com. What do you got going on over there right now, Anthony?
Yeah, tonight we launched Department of Truth issue 15 and Ice Cream Man number 28. I had to do them as a connecting set. Typically, beautiful. I don't jump the gun on launches, nice. But I had to do them together because I didn't want to put them out 2 or 3 weeks apart. And people were like, I want the set.
Right.
So I made sets available. I put them out there for you guys. Ricardo Drummond is one of my favorite artists that some people are starting to catch wind of.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's super talented. I love what he does. So I'm going to use him as long as he'll have me and keep doing books for us. But yeah, we're pumped about these. I love Day of the Dead stuff anyway.
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos.
See, Brian, that's why you're my dog. I love you.
So, of course, my favorite Dia de los Muertos comic is Witchblade 165. I'm a big fan of that. I love that book. I love any Day of the Dead, art comic. Growing up here in Phoenix, one of the coolest things that I love about this city and that time period is the art, and there's some really badass street art here in Phoenix, especially now, getting a lot of badass street artists. Absolutely. And you can see some gorgeous Dia de los Muertos art. So yeah,
Brian, let me add a cherry on top to what you're saying, because you just brought up something important, guys. Is that we're a culturally diverse community in the United States, and I think the coolest thing is getting to learn about other people's cultures. And if you guys want a taste of the Hispanic culture, look into this. I know it's great art. I hope you guys get them. I hope you guys collect them and enjoy them. But the whole premise and the family and the togetherness and remembering relatives, it's such a special message. So just do yourself a favor, look into it and look into other cultures. It broaden your horizon. It's a cool thing, guys.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check out birdcitycomics.com, show them some love, and get yourself some sweet covers from, who is this, Drummond?
Yeah, Ricardo Drummond. He did our corn homage to Department of Truth.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Where is that?
It's
right
sold
there.
out, but it's there. Yeah. I like to keep it as a reminder that was all.
Hey, that is the corn. That's sick. I gotta buy that. I'm a big corn fan.
Message me, bro. I got you. I think I've got like 5 in my vault that I always try to keep 5 copies of all of our books.
Cool.
So make sure to check that out, you guys. Dia de los Muertos, Ricardo Drummond, Ice Cream Man, and Department of Truth variants. Dope stuff, of course. Yeah, check it out. All right. So another thing that I want to talk about is, and I don't have the art for it, but I'm just going to do this. 11/30, November 30th. Big Leg on Whatnot. You guys, first of all, let me say this. I can't say enough about Whatnot. I know you guys some people hate me talking about this and that, but you guys are not going to find better deals out there than on that app, right?
Definitely buyers.
Just go, if you guys are comic speculators, if you guys are flippers, and trust me, just trust me, go check it out. Second, Wounded Warrior Project. Big Lake is doing a all charity sale with some of the biggest books and craziest stuff you can think about. 100% of the proceeds are going to the Wounded Warrior Project. That is November 30th. Follow Big Leg on Whatnot. We've all, talked about it, and a lot of people that in this community are going to be sending books or giving time or money or whatever. Just a cool thing. Make sure you check it out. Speaking of Whatnot, I will be on Whatnot tomorrow. I have a sick Whatnot sale. I'm going to be doing a lot of like young superhero stuff, like Kamala, Miles,
Next
Gwen.
gen.
Yeah, all those guys, all those people. I'm going to be doing a bunch of Prophet stuff, like the Platt stuff. Anyways, a lot of cool stuff. Whatnot tomorrow. I also want to throw some love. Okay, so listen, you guys. Like I said, we mess with certain retailers here on the channel. Bird City Comics, Wanted Comics, Hive Comics. The Hive guys are right now on Whatnot. So if you guys want, I'll give you the go ahead, go check them out. Just come back and just watch. Just rewatch later, but go show them some love if you want to. This is what Whatnot looks like. A lot of good stuff. People doing it right. Follow the people that you see in this community, whether it's on Whatnot, whether it's on Facebook, whether if they have a page, whether they have anything. Just follow the people in this community. You can't go wrong with people that we kick it with and that we respect. So Whatnot, check it out. All right. That being said, let's get into the Almost 10. All right. The Almost 10 is my favorite part of the show. It is a part of the show where Stein gives some books that you might not know about, that a lot of people may not know about, that are just really, really cool. Let's get into it. Almost 10, number 1, Black Cat. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover that a lot of people don't know about. Black Cat Le Chat Noir. Or Le Cat Noir, I guess, French. I don't speak French.
Le Hat Noir, but they put C and an N. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't even tell it's J. Scott unless you look at the face.
The face.
Exactly. Exactly. Or the big, huge signature at the bottom.
Curvature.
Yeah, that helps too.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, we got a super chat from Josh G.
Oh, thank you, brother. I did not see it. Josh G drops the $4.99 super chat. Just wanted to say, rest in peace, young Dolph, the goat. Broke my heart. Sorry, off the subject. Carry on. No, not off the subject at all. Hip hop artist young Dolph recently passed away. Man, it's really sad when we keep on seeing these great young musicians and artists that just keep dying in super shitty ways. Man, that sucks. I feel bad for all his fans out there. So no problem at all, Josh G. Rest in peace, young Dolph. All right, let's get back into the Le Cat Noir. Black Cat. This is a J. Scott Campbell book. This book actually has a spot on the Recalled Comics, one of the greatest pages in all of comicdom.
Hell yeah.
Recalled Comics talks about this book a little bit. It says this is the J. Scott Campbell cover D, Le Cat Noir, which was sold at SDCC in 2019. Also, Campbell's website, jscottcampbell.com, where it was stated it was limited to 1,500 copies. So a 9.8 recently sold, I believe, for $1,500 or something like that. Ben was saying, yeah, really crazy stuff. Yeah, beautiful book, big money. Any of those, San Diego Comic-Con J. Scott Campbell books, whether they're the Black Panther variant, the Shuri variant, or this, or there's a couple other ones, always sell big. We have a couple artists on the list tonight whose fans are absolutely rabid for this type of stuff. So yeah, great book. And not only that, we're getting some love from some of the other community members. Shout out to the Mighty Mel V, who says, how's everyone doing this evening? And
Mr.
the
Mel.
one and only Mr. Longshort throws in $10.
Is it crazy to anybody else that these modern books are going for that type of pricing?
No, not this book.
It is crazy. I see your point, but I don't even think this is the ceiling for this book, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's but I love it. I love that it has no ceiling yet, because it's the evolution of collecting.
I wonder. So, shout out to Nearing Nerdvana. If you guys don't know, Anthony's better half, Laura, has a great channel.
To me,
has a great channel that recently had an episode. She was just talking about these art homages, like real art homages. And I think this might be an art homage. Let's see here. If anybody in the chat knows if this is some type of art homage, taking from a real piece out there, let us know. It kind of looks like it. I know it has that Art Nouveau type look. I think that's what they call it, Art Nouveau.
Yeah.
I know this sounds totally stupid, but when I first thought, oh my gosh, when I first saw this, I was like, man, it seemed like you'd find that at Pier 1 Imports or something.
That's exactly it, bro. Yeah, this is one of those things that you see like every young college girl's first apartment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Shout out to Nearing Nerdvana. Make sure you guys go throw them a sub. They also do Comic Book Women on every Tuesday night on Flipside.
Yeah, they did that tonight.
Yep. Vintage French poster work. Super famous. So there we go. It's based on an old French poster.
This is like, it says after, but I was trying to make out the name here at the bottom, right? Is that what that says?
Yeah. Theophilus. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pier 1 Import went out of business like 5 years ago. I didn't know that. Holy shit.
I didn't know that either. Sorry.
Our references aren't up to date, guys. Our bad.
No, it's okay. 131 live, you guys. We have a great giveaway tonight. So make sure you guys stick around. That'll be announced at some point during the show.
I was going to say, we're still teasing it, right?
We're still teasing it. We're teasing it. Ooh. And we've got more almost 10. Lots of almost 10 books tonight, you guys. This is a weird one. This is Deathlock #1 from 2014. A Clayton Crane variant. I think a lot of people don't realize that this is a Clayton Crane book. It's not his best piece of art, I will call it, but it is a Clayton Crane book. Let's see what Stein said. This is a 1 in 50, and it's about $400 and 9.8. There you go, you guys. Start looking for your Deathlock #1s. I think this was a reset on Deathlock. I don't know if it's the same character. I don't think it's the same character as the old Deathlock. When you read the synopsis of this book, it says Henry Hayes, a medic who traveled to war zones to heal the wounded. He has no idea that when he's in the field, he's activated by a mysterious group and becomes the ultimate weapon of assassination in war, Deathlock. So there you go, second Deathlock person. So yeah,
hey, I might feel out of the loop on this, but does it feel like Clayton Crane's not fallen off as far as skill and follower, but just the amount of work he's put out?
Yeah,
like he's disappeared. Yeah, because I know he went on that world tour, and everybody was saying that he did that United States tour because he was stockpiling cash because his dream was to build an art studio on his property.
That would be
and
dope.
then he just disappeared once he was done. Like, I haven't seen anything new, but this is cool. I've never seen this.
Yeah.
2018, 2019. I was seeing a lot of stuff.
He's doing some Willy Wonka shit right now. He's fallen off the map, and then he's going to come out with goddamn golden tickets, tours of his whatever he built. I guarantee he's going to do something big when he pops back up.
Amazing cotton candied colored autograph.
The Cranebow, you mean?
Yes, the Cranebow. Yeah.
I got you.
All right, this next one is a really beautiful cover, an art germ cover. I mean, I don't really have to show you that much. This isn't even how it really looks. You're just seeing the art right here. This is a foil cover, I believe. Cool. You could get at Fan Expo Dallas. This is Phantom Starkiller #1 Red Ampero Dallas Fan Expo variant, and it's selling for about $125 right now. So beautiful book. I bet you it looks even better in hand, that foil version. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, Art Germ fans, check it out.
That book's fun anyway. Like all the old vintage covers they did, the character designs, super badass. You got Skeletor mixed with Vader. Their janky lightsaber that doesn't hold still. Like that, it's just cool. It's cool stuff.
Yeah. Cool comic guy says, I don't get Phantom Starkiller. Who and what is he? I think Phantom Starkiller was first originally created as like a takeoff on like overseas toys. It was a guy who started selling this overseas toy that was a mix between Darth Vader and Skeletor, and he would make them himself. He made the mold, and he would card them and stuff, and he would sell them at cons. I think because I remember something like that at the cons. Chat, you guys let me know if I'm way off, but I believe that is the case. And then, of course, somebody fell in love with it, and the Phantom Starkiller comic was born. And yeah, so this is the Fan Expo variant. Just a beautiful piece of art. Yeah, selling for about $125. So
good stuff.
All right, this next one, I didn't understand much about it, and I had to do some research, and then we started talking backstage. Spectacular Spider-Man 178. Let me give you a little synopsis on this one. So the first appearance of Dr. Ashley Kafka, and it's also the first appearance or first time the Ravencroft Institute is named or talked about or is shown.
Actually, not named, but yeah, you're on the right path. You're on the right path.
Okay.
She was the director, and she created the Ravencroft Institute at this time period, shown but not named. And I believe you have a follow-up issue.
No, the
right?
Ravencroft, first time Ravencroft was
named,
right?
Yeah, it's not named in this issue. Not named in this issue.
Okay. But yeah, so I guess what's going on with this? Is this some character that we plan on seeing here soon in the MCU?
Well, this book got a little bump during the Venom Carnage, Let There Be Carnage spec window, I guess before.
Maybe some Morbius. Do we have something going on in
Morbius? Maybe some Morbius. Sabretooth has been getting hot lately. I mean, he's connected to Ravencroft in the recent comics. As of the last year, he was connected to Ravencroft. So yeah, I mean, I just doubt it would be anything to do with the Let There Be Carnage, because it's already passed.
Yeah, it's already passed. Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, if somebody's keying in on this character right now, I don't know what's going on. You guys let me know. Better speculators out there in the world. It is a Sal Buscema cover. The Better Buscema. I don't know which one they call the Better Buscema. But two Buscema's brothers out there. This is not Vermin's first appearance. I think Vermin first appears in a Cap comic, right? Captain America. Anyways, there is some love, I guess, being poured on this, so keep an eye out for it. There's a newsstand, obviously. Looks like the newsstand has a little bit better art. It looks like it's a little bit brighter from the
better
that I've seen. Yeah,
totally agree.
Yeah,
shout out to Sleepy John. This is Sleepy John spec. He Comic Book Wars about 2.5 years ago. He gave us this book, and I have a short box or whatever, not a short box, but at least like 4 or 5 of them. Unfortunately, I missed the window and I was lazy and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I still have them.
So Marvel solicits name her as the new Goblin Queen on the design variant. Interesting.
Very cool.
Interesting. We're hearing this is a Jerry Conway cover. Jerry Conway and Sal Buscema. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right.
Good catch, Ben.
Yeah. All right, let's get on to this next one. Now, this next one is super cool. A lot of the times on Flipside, we kind of take this weird turn where we talk about history and cool historic books or things that are in our hobby, and this is definitely one for the ages. The H-Bomb and You. This is the reason why I put this picture up. Is because the comic is smaller, right? And I just wanted to show the size. You see it here in a regular CGC. One sold coverless, $150 raw. So sorry, not coverless, with a detached cover, sold for $150.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a rare, I think it's a giveaway, like they gave it away to somebody. It was in 1955 from Commercial Comics, the H-Bomb and You. I don't know much about it other than it was, trying to not freak people out about that time period, the Cold War. You got to remember, you think we live in a crazy time period right now. It's probably like super crazy, but we weren't worried about, atom bombs and H bombs dropping on you. I don't ever remember, hiding under desks. I remember my parents telling me they had to hide under desks and shit. Right.
So what's cool about these, Brian? I want to touch on something because I'm a huge, you guys have got to understand. My jam is watching conspiracy theory shows at night when I'm bored. I dig it. I don't always buy into them, so don't chalk me up with one of the guys, but I think they're interesting, just the tidbits they find. And this right here to me is screaming. They used to put out publications like this to make it okay. It's kind of like aliens in movies. Might be the real shit, but they're feeding it to us because if aliens ever land, we were like, oh, we've seen that. It's been in movies. And that's what these publications did. They put out a lot of comic books and material back in the 50s and the 60s to kind of desensitize you to the real world shit that was happening.
So
yeah, go ahead.
This is crazy, right? So you can go and find this book there. You can find it where it'll show you, all the pages in it because it's, was given away. But it says here, let me read this if I can get my internet to work correctly. No, it doesn't want to work. Here we go. It says, fellow Marylander. So it was given out in Maryland, November 5th, 1954. Even though we hope and pray we'll never be subjected to an enemy attack, we must continually prepare ourselves for the worst, keeping ourselves informed about the basic techniques for surviving an enemy onslaught can do much to alleviate any blow that might come. Preparation will help prevent panic, create order among those who must maintain order, and instill in each of us the will to go on to victory. We have every reason to believe that if we are well prepared to withstand an enemy attack, this fact will in itself deter any would-be aggressor. I hope more and more of us will familiarize ourselves with the problems of civil defense as the time advances. Sincerely, Theodore R. McKeldin, Governor of Maryland, 1954. So there you go. That's where it comes from. Maryland, 1954.
Very cool. Good stuff.
Very cool.
Unique. Cool. Hold on.
It's like an ash can.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a couple of people out there that have one. I imagine Anna Love has one. I wouldn't be surprised. On to the next one. All right. So we talked, what was it? Last night. Was it last night on Modern Playbook that they talked about that Mike Allred Warlock variant, right?
Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 in 50.
Yeah, so this is a Guardians of the Galaxy Mike Allred variant. This is a 1 in 50 from number 1. And it was about a $25 book. And I guess the announcement of Groot getting that animation series, people are starting to jump on more and more Groot books. And here's one that maybe not a lot of people know about. This is a 1 in 50 that was selling for about $25 up to about $60 raw.
Wow.
Yeah. This is crazy. We did a Groot show on Combo Food Chain. And so my jam is finding books that people they're not on the radar and they mean nothing, but they're badass covers. And I can tell you right now, even though those shorts are coming out, and of course we got to go through this whole development with Groot, he's going to be in the movies and all these good things. There are some badass obscure covers with him on it, and then you find gems like these. Yeah. So yeah, there's good stuff out there. Ugly as hell. Yeah, sure. But he's getting back to the roots, though. Doesn't that look like a first appearance?
Yeah,
Groot?
It looks like early Groot. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Remember, first modern appearance of Groot is in that Supernatural Halloween book. That really dope ass Halloween book. All right. Next, almost 10. We got a couple more of these guys. Minecraft, the Ash Can from Dark Horse. I don't know much about this other than I remember talking about it at some point on some show months ago, maybe a year ago or so. But this is the Minecraft Ash Can from Dark Horse. The UPC code variant is a different version. But a UPC code version sold for about 5 or 6, a grade of 5 or 6 for $80. So I guess the UPC code version is harder to find. Chat, do you know much about this? I don't know if anybody on the panel knows much about this.
This was given away at New York Comic Con about 3 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's a trade paperback. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure or a graphic novel of sort. But yeah, I remember Midtown had these for a quick second because I I go to Midtown and I put in one DC or put SECC, you know, and mess around and see. And I saw this come up, but it wasn't in stock. I believe in the guts. Actually, on my bad. This is a single issue, and in the guts, there's a preview of the 2019 Minecraft graphic novel trade paperback. That's what this is. So yeah, that's what you get in the guts. It's an awesome cover, and it's about 3.5 years old, given away at New York Comic Con. Really cool.
Yeah, well, we all know how crazy everybody went and still is about Minecraft, even to this day. It's crazy. Nate 138 says, how about that Dark Horse Star Wars news? Looking forward to see what they come up with. Yeah, so it sounds like Dark Horse is going to get some Star Wars love. I guess IDW stuff is jumping over to Dark Horse, which I'm cool with.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So now you guys let me know. I think it's just the IDW stuff. Is that correct, chat? That's heading over. The Star Wars stuff is heading over to Dark Horse. I don't think the regular stuff is leaving Marvel. I think
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be highly surprised. So, Brian, are they gonna do the High Republic Adventures still, or are they done with that?
That's the question I'm asking. Yeah. Chat, let us know. We've got some real big Star Wars fans in the house. So all ages stuff only. So there you go. Sounds like the High Republic Adventures is all ages stuff.
Seems like Dark Horse needs more titles too. Every FOC I see on the list, they got like, you know, between 5 and 8, which is nothing wrong with that, but it just seems like a really good label that has a lot of potential.
Yeah. I think the only good stuff from the High Republic stuff is that adventure stuff. I think regular High Republic stuff is terrible, including the books. Really bad, and I really had a strong feeling like that was going to be badass. I was like, oh sweet, it's going to be like, you know, King Arthur shit and Star Wars, and I had to like quit listening to audiobooks of it. It was so bad. But that's just my opinion.
Hey, chat, I don't know if you know this, but Mr. McClay here is a down low, sick ass Star Wars speculator and investor. He is humble. He will never admit it, but he is. Guy's a walking encyclopedia. I
try. I keep that hidden. Don't tell people about that. Come on.
Oh, your address is next, buddy.
I know. All right, on to the next almost 10. We only got 2 more, you guys. This is a cool one that I know there's a lot of people that have no idea about this out there. Now, this is Boys #1. Dynamite did a this is from 2021. This year is when it came out.
Well, the Steve Horn, shout out to Steve Horn, mybargaincomics.com, and Phil were saying that the solicit on FOC for this was, and Anthony would probably know better, it was early this year. Yeah. And then supposedly they didn't sell out, and then they had them for sale the other day, platinum, and they had a gold version, and I think they had a silver version. I'm not sure. Anthony will tell you more, but I picked up 2 for $25 a piece.
That's what I'm doing. I'm checking my website because I know I have these.
Just a gold and a platinum is all I see.
Okay. I got the platinum, 2 platinum.
The Boys Gold Foil edition was supposed to come out September 29th, but it got pushed back. That was their official in-store date.
Gotcha.
Looks like Papa's got a couple more, but about to pull these down.
It says this extremely limited edition platinum foil version of the Boys #1 is perfect for autographs or slabbing with your favorite grading company. Yeah, that's a great way to sell this book. Right. Need the perfect jumping on point. The Boys, after binging it on Prime, here you go. Dynamite never actually had the honor of publishing issue 1. As you guys remember, issue 1 was DC Vertigo. Yeah, until like issue 6 when everybody was like, this book is fucking crazy. There's like gerbils and shit.
Have you guys finished this series yet?
I haven't finished the series.
It's long. I mean, 72. You know, 72.
Great homage covers in it too.
Dude,
and then they have all the spinoffs too.
Yeah, and you know the show was fantastic, but you read the comic with the show, and they left a lot of stuff out because the comic is way more cringy, like in a good way.
Yeah. Totally.
Shout out to Birdbird the Nerd with the $5 super chat that says, for the Brian McClay Star Wars fun. Amen, buddy. Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Yeah, man, The Boys is, listen, I've talked about it on previous shows on the channel, and whenever The Boys come up, I really looked at The Boys as maybe being like another Walking Dead type thing, because I thought the show was even better than Walking Dead.
Mhm.
And that first issue is so tough and high grade. I don't know, man. I feel like this book even had a little bit more to go. Not this one in general. I mean, the series. But
Yeah.
so we'll see
Yeah.
what happens. I know there's more coming. We'll see if it can continue. I love this series. I'm all for it. I'm all for
There's a lot of
Garth Ennis.
keys. There's a lot of
Yeah.
keys too. A lot of first appearances, first covers, other than just team appearances too. And for some reason they're going into the show pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
I love that the shows being done and casted right will carry the
Mhm.
book. Even though the book is the OG, the book is the character that's done right because it's created to be that person. And then we got to cast somebody and the actors got to do it right in order to carry the book. Because if they didn't do the show right, these books would have tanked already.
Yeah. Here we go, you guys. 180 live watching. Shout out to Creek. Says, hello, guys. Hive guys sent me from the Whatnot channel. Amen. Amen.
Boom.
All right. So we have one more, almost 10. And it is on here for one reason, because this book is huge. House of Slaughter number. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Before I do this, Jesus, I'm out of it. Let me tell you what this is selling for. $25. Not bad. $20 cover price, selling for $25. Worth the investment. All right. This one, the 1 in 1,000, House of Slaughter #1, the Del Auto, $700. This thing's selling for $700 already, right out the gate. We have talked a lot about the House of Slaughter print run and how many there are out there. I don't like it, but I will say that the House of Slaughter and the Something is Killing the Children hype is real. I had a conversation the other day with a friend about, what is the biggest book of the year? Is it Something is Killing the Children, or is it Stray Dogs? Right. And I think that you can argue for both.
Sure.
But that you got to remember how many 480,000 print run just on the not without exclusives.
Right.
And then there's like what, I don't know, 25 or 100,000 exclusive when you count all the exclusives together, another 100,000 on top of it. A lot of books out there, but people love this series, and that is a big deal. So a lot of people are going to jump on here collecting because of Something is Killing the Children. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that 700 number stays or goes higher, drops down? What do you think?
I think it's going to go up because any retailer that got, you think it's going to go down?
Yeah, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, and I want to subscribe to that too, but I'm thinking like anybody that got one of these, they're not selling them because like me as a retailer, like I got enough so I can get one, and it's going to go in my box. So I don't see a lot of these circulating. Again, we're just guessing. We'll see.
Totally
but we can go both ways on this. But yeah, McClay, I think you're onto something. It was overprinted. It's crazy the amount of cover A, cover Bs. Boom. Yeah, the people at Boom are fucking smart as hell to put out a 1 in 1,000 because retailers are going to push their orders just to get the book to cover their run. It's just math, guys. They break it down on paper and they order these books.
And
Anthony, are these returnable?
No.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's good. It was, though.
That helps.
So up to a certain point they will allow it, and then it depends on what you're returning. Because if you got the 1 in 1,000 back, they're not going to let you return enough to go underneath what ratios they've covered.
I see.
I mean, this has got a obviously it's got the 1 in 25, it's got a 1 in 50, 1 in 100, 1 in 200, and a 1 in 500, and then with a 1 in 1,000.
I like what AOA says. I think this is a $250 book in 3 years.
Me too.
Yeah. But it is a great cover, Del Auto.
Yeah.
Gotta love Del Auto. All right. That is the Almost 10, you guys. The Almost 10 is such a great part of the show. Make sure to tune in every week only on Tales from the Flipside to get your Almost 10. But for the regular list, you guys, you can always find that on comicbookinvest.com. every Friday. Stein puts out the new list. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's one of the best websites on the web for comics. Great articles, great news, great info, great lists. It's where a lot of us got our start. So make sure to go check out comicbookinvest.com. But also, again, you guys, go check out Bird City Comics. Make sure to check out their Department of Truth and Ice Cream Man, Eduardo Drummond variants. Beautiful, beautiful variants. Also,
yeah, they're gorgeous.
What's up with this?
Dude, that is a Gerald Perel cover. And a lot of people, yeah, everybody's like, dude, how do you know these guys? And it's just, you know, putting out good quality stuff, and then people want to come find you and artists will want to work with you. But a lot of people didn't know about this because Gerald was at a con when this book launched.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, my followers know, and they ate it up. And they're like, dude, why do you still have more of these? Well, Gerald's going to be launching this tomorrow or the next day, he told me. He's going to advertise it. And the dude's got, what, 30,000 followers. So
Nice.
if you didn't get a copy, go get a copy, because they're probably going to fly once he posts it, because he was out of the country or out of town or whatever he was doing. But yeah, that thing's gorgeous.
Speaking of Noctera, you guys, Anthony is giving away a book tonight. What are we giving away, brother?
So we got a Noctera trade paperback. So here's a funny story. I ordered 5 of these. Okay. They sent me 25 and I thought I messed up. And I'm like, damn, dude, fat fingered it. Well, it's because the 25 was the minimum order, because they include a sticker. You can see, you can peel the back with James Tynion and Scott Snyder's signature that goes with each book. I'm not going to stick it on the inside. I'm going to leave that up to you. But you're going to get the trade paperback, volume 1, included with the double signature sticker. And McClay's going to give that away, and we're going to send that to you.
So you guys, the way that we're going to do this tonight is old school way. You know, make a comment somewhere in the live chat. You know, this is for only live viewers. We got 200 live viewers right now. You have the opportunity right now. Hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, take part in the live chat, and you have a chance to win this book. We will give it away at some point during the show, so make sure to stick around for that beautiful, beautiful Noctera cover, or Noctera trade paperback.
And McClay, I still have some of these on my website. I'm looking right now. If you guys want one for $14.99 and get a double signature, head to birdcitycomics.com. But we're going to give one away tonight. Somebody's going to get one for Easies.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Pretty badass.
Amen, amen. Okay, like I said, you guys, we have 200 live viewers right now. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking it out. Make sure to remember, immediately following this, Mighty Mel V, Drunken Chat Son, jump on over there. You know, we love this community. We root for this community. There are a lot of big people that we fuck with this in this community, including Bird City Comics, including the Mighty Mel V, including Hive Comics, who just joined us. He says, Hive Comics says, "What up, Ant?
What's up, my dogs?" We got to hang out at Baltimore, and I can tell you guys right now, my circle is small. Brian knows this. The Hive guys are fucking cool people. So if you've never worked with them or dealt with them or talked with them, they're good people. But yeah, thumbs up from us. They were awesome.
All right, let's get into the Hot 10, the list, starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention, a biggie, Chamber of Chills 19, a biggie. This is probably the biggest, one of the biggest, like top 5. Let me tell you what Ben wrote about this in his article. He says, "Oh boy, was waiting to see what this went for. The highest graded copy, a 9.6, sold in 2005 for $1,063. Black Cat Comics, an amazing collector on IG, make sure to check them out, recently sold it again this week for $102,000. He writes, "I am so mad at the wife for not letting me trade the house for this. Of all the homages of this cover, which is your favorite?" And speaking of homages, I have another retailer that we really love on this channel that I want to show an homage that they did to this. That is absolutely fascinating. And most of you guys have seen this before, and it is worth looking at again. The amazing Wanted Comics John Gallagher version of this is beautiful. This is the art for it. I think they did a virgin and a trade dress. The trade dress says "Ha Ha" on it. This is for Ha Ha #2, the Wanted Comics version. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, John Gallagher was just killing it at this point. He had just done the issue #1 cover, and they did this gorgeous homage to Chamber of Chills 19. And yeah, I think this is the best homage to Chamber of Chills 19. That Ben asked that question in the comicbookinvest.com article. I don't think any of them get beat when you put this one up to it, other than the original. The original, of course, is also a famous. Well, Richie, where do people know this from?
Chamber of Chills?
Yeah.
Well, I just know that a 9.6 sold back in like 2005, 2006 for just under $1,100, and this new sale for $102,000 smashed it. But other than that, these books are new to me. It's out of my budget.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
You're right.
Give me the punchline.
Well, I don't know where they know it from. I just know that that it is one of the greatest all-time pre-code horror. Is this pre-code horror? It's got to be pre-code horror, right?
I don't see the stamp, so this is a screen, a scan. Yeah.
I mean, what's horror about it? The hand right here.
Well, how about this one?
There you go. This is nuts. I can't believe that. Like 102,000. That's some.
Pre-code horror wasn't even in my brain until I joined Tales from the Flipside, and now I'm buying Golden Age books from my comic shop. Go figure.
So,
these guys.
If you guys are fans of the Misfits, of course, you guys know this image right here.
Yeah.
So
I never listened to the Misfits.
Yeah. I wasn't a big Misfits fan either, but I do know this. I think I saw this before I saw the comic, to be honest. Yeah. So pretty cool stuff.
Did Danzig sing for Misfits? And don't you have a story about Danzig getting knocked the fuck out?
If you guys don't know, go search Danzig and Danzig Wears a Tramp Stamp.
Or if you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, I highly suggest you do. That's Brian's other show.
Yeah. Check out the Bogcast, BOGCAST. And on that note, I want to remind everybody we only have 7 more days until the Kickstarter for the Sound Guy series, which my best friend who I do the Bogcast show with on YouTube, Keith Obit, has created, and I just want to remind everybody about it right here.
My name is Keith Obit. I'm the writer and director of The Sound Guy.
My name is Justin Bird. I am actually the assistant director.
Hi, I'm Scott Levesque. I'm director of photography on The Sound Guy.
My name is Cliff. I play Cliff. I play in The Sound Guy. My name is Rich Forming. I play the character Mo.
We're a group of actors, musicians, and filmmakers coming together and joining forces to make the best damn stoner comedy we possibly can.
I really couldn't believe it, actually. I thought this must be a joke. This couldn't be a real project that's happening. Because I'm a sound guy in my real life. There couldn't be a role more right for me. And then after working with Keith, I've found even more so that the character just feels written for me somehow, even though Keith and I don't know each other prior to this project.
This is an Arizona film. All Arizona actors and crew. Music is originally scored by Arizona artists.
Where we are now, halfway through production, it's the thing I live for most on film sets, is being able to see something from concept to completion. To be able to have a crazy idea and be able to fight nature to capture that moment in time, and basically in a place that doesn't exist. It takes a lot of effort, time, and money. And that's where you can come in.
We're doing a four-day block of shooting in here in December, and where we're doing a concert scene in here. Bobby Buttrock, the 80s god of butt rock.
So make sure you guys go check it out. The link will be in the chat in the description below. The Kickstarter is out there. Go check it out. The Sound Guy, the series. If you're into something like that, give it some love. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I saw one of the things, Brian, where like I couldn't remember the tier, but you donate so much and you can be an executive producer. Wow. You don't have no idea how tempting that is for me right now. Dude, I want my name on the credits and I want a cameo where I'm just in the background and Laura's like,
you can get it.
This hopefully this comes out like Clerks or something like that.
Well, that's what we're hoping. It's got a lot of fun. I apologize about the reverb on the Sound Guy video. I don't know why it was, but make sure you guys go check it out. A lot of fun. And your boy McClay is going to be in this film or series, at least the pre-production part, or if it gets bought up, I don't know if I'll be in it, but you guys can check me out. We recreate a scene from my high school days where me and Keith used to come home every day from senior year in high school and hit a 6-foot graphics, purple 6-foot graphics. So it was a lot of fun to go find that 6-foot graphics bong and get it shipped out to us. And yeah, a lot of fun. So that is Chamber of Chills 19, ladies and gentlemen. On to the next honorable mention. This is a weird one. This is Bionicle #1. And I don't know a lot about this book. I think it was some kind of giveaway. Chat, let me know if I'm wrong. But Ben says it was about $35, and he doesn't know why. He says he stopped trying to figure out what makes some books sell. We already know that. That's Ben's MO. He is here to report the books, not why they are selling. And I've always known that this book was a tough book to find, or it had some resale value. The Bionicle stuff always had resale value. There was always friends who were fun, who loved the Bionicle stuff. So chat, let me know if this was a okay, it came from a Lego set, a certain Lego set, or I've also heard that Lego had magazines that they put out, and that this might have been included in the Lego magazines.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a Lego set called Bionicle. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. So it was a brand of Legos for like older kids, I think, and it almost had like that Japanese manga style influence.
I mean, the price is like $50 to like $200 for these.
Wow.
I mean, look at the scan. The scan's even got spine ticks on it. So if this was a giveaway with a toy, high condition on these things was going to be hard anyway. Which just makes it collectible. Yeah.
And a lot of these kids who grew up at that time are starting to get a little bit of expendable cash, maybe, and maybe are starting to buy things that they enjoyed when they were kids, i.e. like we do. All right.
I'm 38 years old and I own a comic book store, bro. And my daughter just baked an apple pie. Sorry, that's what I'm eating. Or cherry pie. She handed me. I'm like, yes, please.
That's awesome.
Yes.
She's 14. She loves to bake, and I'm wearing it on my dad bod. So
that's okay. That's okay. All right. 78 points of articulation says they were bad toys. I don't know. I never bought them, but yeah.
All I know is they're expensive.
Yeah.
They did cartoon series for Bionicle too, though.
Yep.
What was cool about these is for the time frame, everybody was into customization, so you could build your own Bionicle, mix and match parts because of how they integrated all together. So you created your own Bionicle and then went to town.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, good marketing. Cool. I love it.
And it's a DC book, obviously one of 3. So there you go. I wonder if Bionicle.com is still around. On to number 10. Number 10, a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous variant by a name I'm going to butcher. Shikari? Maybe not. Maybe it's really easy. This is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, #1, the Shikari variant out of 500. There was a $20 buy-in in Canada somewhere, so this must be some type of exclusive from where I don't know. But there are a ton of covers for this issue. Have you guys seen all the covers for this issue?
I've seen a bunch of them. Yeah. This one makes me uncomfortable to look at her face. Like it's gorgeous. like I can't even like.
And the Black Panther behind her is dope.
Right. And he's looking at you like, I see you checking her out.
Hey, how about this Rose Besh one? There's a Rose Besh cover.
I like that one.
It's not her worst. Don't get me wrong.
I ordered this one. There was
not,
sorry, Brian, go ahead.
I'm not a huge Besh fan, but this one isn't too bad. There's the trade dress, and then I'm sure
there's a limited. There's a limited that was like $50.
Yeah. So there's the Besh.
Might be foil.
Yeah, a ton of covers for this. So be on the lookout for the
Brian. Go to go up from the blank, go up one and in one.
Right here,
right there.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite, and this isn't my book. I love this artist.
Is that Shannon Mare?
No,
this is Selena.
She's an exclusive artist for Dynamite, but she's been working with a specific retailer to do variants.
Right.
But that's it. She's contracted through Dynamite, and they've leased her out to said retailer. I'm pretty good friends with the guy, but I dig this art. She did a couple of Vampirellas. Like I liked this one out of that run.
Very cool.
James Kreider says that he got 2 sets of the original that we were showing, and it has a limited NSFW nude print out of 100 that I'm going to have to go check out for research purposes. So this one is selling. Make sure you guys.
Pretty sure it was $100 too at FOC.
Yeah. Shout out to Dennis Barger, who says, "Wait, a ton of covers for a Dynamite book."
You can actually add in the word ratios too to that same sentence.
Oh, I know. And FOC unlocked variants.
Oh, I get emails from them that you didn't order all the ratios. I'm like, there was like 15, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. All right, on to number 9. Really cool book this week that I love. I've always loved this character since I first started showing him. Number 9 on the list this week is Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 10, but the 1 in 10 Nicoletta Balderi variant, which Ben says that right out the gate it's selling double ratio or more on a very active week. This wouldn't make the cut, but this week it does. I guess some people like this cover. I love this cover. I really do. But, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. This cover is amazing, and I want it too. But so is the regular cover for this. Let me guys show you this. Look how beautiful this regular cover is, where he's holding the pieces of his mask. And for those of you guys that don't know, this is a really cool character, much beloved new character. And they gave a little preview of the book, and basically what it looks like is this is the character you know, figuring out whether he should wear that mask or not. And it's got a really touching you know, first couple pages where he meets Yoda and he goes off with Yoda, and his Jedi master or whatever, you know, says to him that when it's time, then you will know you're ready to take off the mask, and you will know when it's time, and that's all that matters. And then it shows him you know, at real time, which is years later, and he's in some type of fight, and the mask breaks, you know. And I don't know, I just thought that was a really cool little preview.
Very cool.
To whatever. And
great info.
I could be wrong about all of this, but it just looked really good. I've always just thought the character was a great looking character. They did a cool little design on him. I love that crate dragon skull mask type thing, very reminiscent of Darth Crate. So just cool stuff. Great character. And this goes to show how much better this Star Wars Adventures High Republic book is than the regular High Republic. I think that we talk more about the Adventures book than we do about the regular High Republic. But
absolutely,
yeah.
And shout out to Andy Tomberlin. Probably about 10 days before release, there was about 3 sales on eBay, and he was just spouting this book left and right in our chats. And he loved it. He thought it would pop, and he was right. It did well. I think about 2 days, maybe 3 days later. It was like maybe 5 days, 6 days before release. I saw sales. There were like, I don't know, 10 sales, 12 sales, 15 sales. Yeah, so nice
really
pick.
Cool book. Somebody said it reminded them of actually, I think who was it? Let's see here. It was might have been. Yeah, it was on the comments on comicbookinvest.com. Somebody said, a commenter by the name of AC says, I love that Star Wars High Republic Adventures 10 variant. I think in a sea of really terrible and irrelevant High Republic variant covers, this stands out as an actual thoughtful piece of art. It really captures the piece and calm Jedi usually talk about focusing on, especially Yoda, which is a great point. You guys know,
wow, that's good.
It is a great point. The regular High Republic series had so many awful homage variants that were put out to it, and it just really tired me of homages. And that's not talking shit about any one retailer or book or artist. It just really tired me on homages. And I think that the High Republic Adventures books did a good job of not doing those silly homages on their covers.
I agree.
And then when Ben responded to that comment, he said, for some reason, it reminds me of the scene of Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa when Simba grew up in The Lion King. And I think that's a great way to kind of compare it to.
Wow.
For all of you that remember The Lion King.
And you know what's cool about these also, Brian, is that, just to add before we move on to number 8, is, the Marvel books. I mean, I wouldn't say they're overprinted, but they're pretty high printed. And these are, going to be tough to find long term. I would grab all these first appearances, cool covers, you name it, especially a 1 in 10. Great pick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Love this book. And AOA says Calvin and Hobbes vibe. Very Calvin and Hobbes. Very Calvin and Hobbes. All right. On to number 8. We've talked about Hit Monkey most recently, I think a couple weeks ago, showed up on the Hot 10. Now, there's a lot of confusion with the Hit Monkey stuff. They did a digital-only comic at one point, and then they put out a one-shot, I think, and then they put out this series of a short limited series of 3. This is Hit Monkey number 1 of 3, the second series from 2010, and it's starting to see a jump, $25 to $30, because of the show, which has a huge, really high audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, 91%. Really? Yeah, people love it. It is on Hulu, animated series, great funny character Daniel Way created, just a cool story about the character. But the one shot has just probably really shot up in price, and that's why we're seeing a lot of sales on this. For those of you guys that don't know what we're talking about, these are some of the crazy sales on the one shot, as you guys can see, hitting for the regular, 100 and 130 bucks, 125 bucks. This is number 1 of the limited series. You guys can see, 30, 45. So there is a variant on this one, a black and white variant that is super rare that you never see also. But you guys can see this is the original one shot that is worth 3 times the amount. So make sure if you ever come across this Hit Monkey that doesn't look like the one we're showing tonight, pick it up if you guys see it cheap. But again, this is from the second series. Yeah,
2018. This book went crazy, and then for 3 years, it was a $20 book.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, Brian, have you seen the series yet? Have you seen any episodes?
I haven't seen it yet. I saw the trailer for it. I love Dave Johnson covers. I think this is a Dave Johnson. Is this a Dave Johnson cover? It looks like a Dave Johnson cover. But I could be wrong. But good stuff. I
was gonna say, is Jason Sudeikis? Jason Sudeikis? Is that how you say it? Is that the voice actor? Is that the same guy that does Archer?
I don't think so, but it could be. God, I love Archer.
When you get around to watching this, Brian, the human assassin, when you get oriented, reminds me of Archer. Super doesn't give a shit, but kicks ass. I was laughing my ass off the whole time. I'm like, can't watch this, dude.
We can confirm this is a Dave Johnson cover.
Okay.
There you go.
And it is on
Dave
Hulu.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And one last thing. So Lady Bullseye, I think, is involved with the series. So supposedly Hit Monkey, the series creators, they wanted both Lady Bullseye and Bullseye involved. And there was some news, some from a reliable source that came out last week that said that Hitmonkey could not use Bullseye, the original Bullseye, because Marvel has it on hold. So Bullseye possibly is coming to the MCU, and his first is Daredevil 131 and Origin on cover too.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. This went straight to Hulu, which meant it wasn't Disney. So any character that they weren't going to release, secondary characters are going to make appearances in this. But you're saying the main Bullseye characters, because they got to be saving him for Disney Marvel as opposed to Hulu Marvel, because they are different. This thing is bloody, graphic, and hilarious. I recommend.
Yeah,
very cool.
Great character. One of those cool characters that were created for weird reasons and just hit. All right, number 7 this week, Mark Spector, Moon Knight, number 55, the beginning of the Platt era. For those of you big Stephen Platt fans out there, and for those of you people who don't know much about Stephen Platt, during this time period, there was not a hotter artist in comics than Stephen Platt. I mean, the dude was just everywhere, and it's funny because when I look at it nowadays, I'm just like, how did everybody love this? But there's that soft spot in my heart for the nostalgia of it, because Stephen Platt characters' muscles had muscles on muscles. Like his poop had poop on poop, like logs on logs on logs. Like there was, I don't know how many, he created muscles for muscles. I mean,
you want a good example? Just go look at Supreme covers.
Yes. Well, it's funny because we talk about these Platt issues all the time, but remember the last 5 started at 55.
57 is the more famous one.
Yeah, the 57 is the one that really hit, kind of like a McFarlane.
You think? Oh, McFarlane, yeah,
McFarlane homage. Big moon cover. And then the final 2 issues were these dark all black covers that are just so hard to find in high grade, and the final issue, number 60, is just gorgeous, an all black and white issue. But yeah, people are starting to fall in love with Stephen Platt all over again in the Moon Knight stuff because of the series that's coming out, and I am not mad at that at all. I think at the time, because it was the end of the series, you guys all know what happens back then during the end of the series. They were usually the production run was really cut big time for last issues. So I'm sure that Moon Knight issue, that final issue, there weren't very many of them out there at the time. Maybe I could be wrong. We'll have to do a little digging to find out what that is. But Stephen Platt was huge. I think he was one of the guys when Rob Liefeld started his Awesome line that went over and did work for them, because I know he did work on the Fighting American. He did work on the Prophet stuff, the volume 3 of Prophet or 2 of Prophet. I can't remember. So big friend of Liefeld and that crew. He didn't stay in comics, though. I mean, he did books every once in a while, but I think he started, making his money artistically somewhere else. Chat, let me know if you guys know where he went.
So he's not doing any comics anymore?
I think he does comic covers every once in a while. He would, jump back in, kind of like Joey Mad, left to do the video game stuff. But every once in a while, you get a cool Joey Mad cover. I think Stephen Platt was kind of the same way. So. Here we go. Joe's Doolin says Platt was known to be very bad with deadlines, too many pouches, and cross hatching. Yeah, he was not good with deadlines, that's for sure. Cantankerous L says the print run for Moon Knight, for the end of Moon Knight, was higher than normal for an ending series, because I remember he was like the next McFarlane. Okay, there you go.
Probably because in the last issue is the death of Mark Spector. So during this time, a lot of people were speculating on deaths.
Well, there you go. Platt went to Hollywood to do storyboarding. So, yeah, the Prophet Platt. It's funny. I actually pulled all those Prophet Platt issues along with a bunch of the Fighting American ones, and they'll be available tomorrow night on Whatnot. All right. This book right now, though, selling for $150 raw. 9.8s are $400. Ben writes, I, for one, am really intrigued by the Moon Knight trailer. I remember this book being hot back in the 90s and was really the first time I had ever heard of Moon Knight. Add this one to the list of, quote, forgot to buy books when it was affordable. So there you go. $150 raw. That's crazy.
Jeez.
That's absolutely crazy.
For a 90s book, too.
Yep. Yep.
I love it.
I wonder if there's a newsstand.
There is not that I've seen, but I don't know if there is or not. I mean, usually they'll show them over at comics.org, but not all the time. So there definitely could be one.
Gotcha.
All right, on to number 6 is we've got a 6A and a 6B. For all you Del Auto fans, here's the second Del Auto of the night. This is a second Street Fighter book in since last week. We had one. Excuse me. We had a Street Fighter variant. This is from 2021, Street Fighter #1. The Gabriel Del Auto Virgin variant of 400, and there is the Ryu variant and the Ken variant. So whichever one you would like, I would suggest just getting both if you're a Del Auto fan. But if you guys remember, Del Auto really did these amazing Disney covers that had the same style, all black background, you know, painted,
with
really
Mickey.
kind of dark, with Mickey, Goofy. He did them all, and but I really like the Ken one. I think the Ken one, and I'm a Ryu guy. I'm not.
I was going to say, who did you play? Who was your character?
Ryu. For me,
I played Ken.
Ryu and Chun-Li.
I played Ken and Guile.
Nobody could fuck with Chun-Li and her fucking kicks, man.
Dude, I was Blanca. Blanca was my jam, and cool. Ryu, because she did the lightning leg. All you had to do was electrocute.
Yeah,
got you. We need to play.
So the Ken looks good because I think it almost looks like he has red eyes a little bit, which I think is dope. But again, I love Ryu.
That's cool.
I'm a Ryu guy. I always was a Ryu fan. But these books right now, it says 85 to 100 for the 2-book set. Del Auto is just awesome. Like Alex Ross, he just doesn't put out any garbage. Whether you want the Ryu or the Ken cover, you won't be disappointed, is what Ben writes. So go take a look. I believe it's a variant, an exclusive variant for somewhere. You know how that works here. Number 5 this week. Beautiful foil variant, another foil book on the list. House of Slaughter #1, the 1 per store foil variant. Ben writes that $40 to $50 right now with the print run as high as it was. Collectors will look for anything that might be limited or rare. I still need to pick this up to read. What do you guys think about this one?
I like it.
I like it too. It's a good looking cover. I can tell you something from the retailer end of it is Boom, whoever their printer is on point. The paper quality is solid. The books come in high condition compared to other people I won't mention. Dude, that's like a retailer's nightmare is counting damages. And I can tell you, Boom, their paper quality, they take pride in what they put their work on. They're solid books. They're heavy gauge paper. The foil looks fantastic. So these are good. These are good investments. They're good long term. They'll last, and they're beautiful.
Yeah. We already talked a little bit about the high print run, but I agree with Stein that there are certain books that if you want to jump in on for an investing or speculation purposes, it is the rarer ones, i.e. the 1 per store variants, the 1 in 1000s, those type of books. And who doesn't love a nice foil cover?
Oh yeah.
So, all right. Before we go on to this next one, you guys, 224 live. Thank you for hanging out. Please hit that sub button. If you're not already subbed, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, it really helps us. It tells us whether we're doing a good job or we need to change it up. People don't realize how important those analytics are to us content creators, and it really helps. So do us a favor. If you like what you're watching and you're not already subscribed, hit that sub button and hit that like button. We'd appreciate it.
Yes.
On to number 4. Probably one of my favorite books of the week. A book that I picked up a nice copy of, I hope. I just had to. I didn't want it to go crazy out of my reach. This is one of those hard to find McFarlane variants from the recently talked about awesome imprint that Rob Liefeld had. This is Prophet #1 from the year 2000. I think this is volume 3 of Prophet. A lot of people don't know that this book is out there, which is kind of crazy. There are the reason why is, let me go ahead and open this up, is when they usually see this book, it's not this cover. I mean, if they do see this cover, they're gonna grab it. Who wouldn't? That's obvious McFarlane. It's got the big, huge McFarlane, signature there. But usually when they see usually when they see this, usually they see this cover, which is it's a flip book. This is Ian Churchill, and
very
so
cool.
if you ever see this, pick it up because the McFarlane is on the back.
So in the gut, you have the first appearance of the second Prophet, which is the actual daughter of Prophet, which was created from his DNA, and she's on cover A. I didn't know about the back of this. That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. This is super rare. I don't think people know how rare this is. Very hard to find. We have a lot of McFarlane super collectors in the community. I think Solo Wookie had this recently signed by McFarlane, if I'm not mistaken. But very tough to find. One of the hardest to find books, McFarlane books out there for sure. What Ben writes about this is the Toddfather Strikes Again. Not really my favorite McFarlane cover. Looks like recent headshot variants. But being from an odd publisher and from 2000, I would suspect that locating a copy wouldn't be the easiest search, and that they're selling for around $150 raw. And they're recently, and maybe not recently, within the last, 10 years, I think, the original art for this was sold. And I want to see if I can find it for you guys because it is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks like a commission the way it was done. Like it was done on a blank.
Yeah. All right, here's the original art, and you guys can see just how gorgeous this book looks. I would suggest, okay, there's certain artists out there that I grab every time they do sketch covers. And McFarlane is #1, right? Him and Jim Lee, 1 and 2. I love the Spawn homages that they did with the black and white sketch versions of McFarlane. His sketch work is just undeniable, awesome. It's just super nostalgia. And this is the original art from it, sold at Heritage, I think back in like 2010 or something like that. Really, really, really cool book. I don't know the print run on that awesome stuff at that time period, but I also remember at that time period, it was right at the time that they did the Heroes Reborn run, where Marvel gave Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee the big major characters in Marvel and had a restart. And Liefeld was doing Captain America. You guys all know the famous Captain America picture in Wizard, where Cap's got the huge chest. And it was so bad that they ended it like halfway through. And Liefeld was so pissed that he went and said, screw it. I'm going to take every story that I wrote for Cap and I'm going to buy the rights to the Fighting American character and I'm going to do it as the Fighting American. So if you find any of the Fighting American stuff from Awesome, it's Cap and Bucky straight from Heroes Reborn. I was a geek for that run for one reason, and that's because I was an Ed McGuinness fan, really at that time period. I'm not a big fan of Ed McGuinness now, but back then, man, I was such a big Ed McGuinness fan, and that's kind of where McGuinness really got his start that I remembered was that Awesome Entertainment Fighting American run. But anyways, that time period was a weird time period in comics, and I'd like to know if there's any Awesome fans out there that, if the print runs on these were high, low, what just on a lot of the regular issues. So really cool stuff. AOA says Liefeld ruined Cap for almost a year.
You know what? Liefeld's interesting to me because I'm telling you, that guy has no gray area. Either people love him or people hate him. There is no in between. I've never heard anybody go, he doesn't bug me. They've always got some opinion one way or the other.
Yeah. I have a soft spot in my heart for Liefeld because I grew up during that time. That was my biggest time period in comics, and Liefeld was my guy, man. New Mutants at the time. I was such a big Cable fan.
Yep.
And
Yeah, he
but
lives
other
in my
than
area.
that, you're 100% right. He is loved or hated.
Yep.
Loved or hated.
Well, the guy gave us Deadpool. He doesn't give us feet or guns, but he gave us Deadpool. So
Amen.
deal
And
with
Cable.
it, guys. And Cable, you got it. So
Cable.
we got two premium characters.
Yeah, Cantankerous L says Jim Lee and Barry Windsor Smith is great when it comes to human anatomy. So there you go. All right. On to the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Todd McFarlane, who is synonymous with Spawn, we've got a Spawn book at number 3, a gorgeous Capullo and McFarlane cover, Mandarin Spawn cover. This is Spawn number 165. Was about a $90 to $100 raw. Think about that. Excuse me. Think about that. Was about $100 raw. Now it's $150 raw. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover.
Yeah, I think GameStop just released the red, whatchamacallit, the Mandarin Spawn, red Mandarin Spawn figure. It got really high praise. They released it around November 2nd, so could be a backlash of this.
Or just people that know about it until now.
Yeah, that's true. But then you got the first appearance of that character in this book, and then, you know, crossed over into comics, which is actually really cool. Plus, there's only like less than 25,000 of these out there. I don't know if there's a newsstand. I've never seen one.
Yeah, this is beautiful, beautiful. Listen, anytime you see Spawn books that are like 160 and up to like 220 or so, just buy them.
Yep,
just buy them.
What's the deal with Capullo and McFarlane? So they're homies during this time frame because they worked on album covers together in this time frame.
They're best homies. Yeah. So Capullo got his kind of start when he was already a decent artist and he was doing cool stuff, but Todd brought him over to take over Spawn covers for him, and Capullo did Spawn covers from like issue 20 and up, or issue 17 and up, all the way. He did every Spawn cover, and he did interior art, I believe, too. But he started at 17. I think he did 17, 18, and 19 were his first 3. And I think he did like 90% of the covers up until, like 200 or something like that. And that's all he was doing.
That's what I mean. And they brought him, they did album covers together. They did this. You know what's funny is that sometimes I do like a double take when I look at the Batman Who Laughs covers, because I'm looking for a McFarlane signature on them, especially the teeth and the mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. So it's really cool.
I think I'll be honest, like Capullo era Spawn is my favorite Spawn era. I love it, and I think Capullo is probably the coolest artist in comics. Like out of like all the just the coolest dude. Like he's fucking. If you guys don't follow his IG, the dude is like another level, like spiritual dude. He's like lives in Sedona and shit, and then he's super fucking hardcore metal, super hardcore weightlifter dude. Like he's like a man's man that draws sick ass stuff. You know what I mean? So,
and McFarlane's out here with us too. Quick side note. So my son, he's 11. He's playing this football game. He's in it was a playoff game. And as soon as the game was over, I'm like, all right, buddy, you ready to go home? And he's like, isn't McFarlane doing a signing at the Alamo? And I'm like, yes. He goes, can we go? And I'm like, dude, you just got done playing. He's like, I don't care. So I loaded him up. If you guys want to check out my IG, there's pictures. He's still got eye black on. He's wearing his football pants. And that boy made me take him down there to get McFarlane signatures. That's and he's awesome. 11. He wasn't even around for the prime of McFarlane. That was a cool moment. I was proud. After the game, during the game, I was proud. And after the game, I was proud. I was like, all right, let's go see McFarlane.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah. I remember that day. That was a good day. That was a real good day.
I forgot you were there. Yeah.
I was there, yeah. That was one of my rare appearances outside in Arizona. All right. This book right now, like I said, $150 raw is what it's seeing. I expect it will continue on the upward climb. Spawn. Gotta love Spawn. Number 2 this week, a book that I didn't understand at first. I saw Mighty Mel V talking about this character in a new Moon Knight issue, and then all of a sudden people started talking about this Dark Reign books. I totally did not know about this book I was buying it, weekly at this time. Dark Reign Zodiac, number 1 of 3 from Marvel Comics. Stein writes, still in dollar bins. It is now selling for $30 to $40 raw. Not sure where the heat came from on this one, but clearly someone out there is speculating on the first appearance in this book. Pretty dark themed cover for sure. And like I said, you saw this new bad guy show up in Moon Knight. And is it the same character, Richie?
I'm not sure if it's the same, but I know that this particular Zodiac was not an antagonist. He was more of like an anti-hero, kind of do the right thing. This in Moon Knight number 5, which he reappears and reveal, he's an antagonist. So I don't know. Maybe the chat can tell us if it's the same. Maybe we'll find out in issue 6 when the hood comes off if it's somebody different.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, this book went crazy. Mel posted his thing, and Key Collector updated it, and this book started moving. The question was, is this the same Zodiac?
Yeah.
2 different MOs.
We are going to have to find out if that's the case. This book will start to move a little bit more. I would be very interested to find out what is what's going on with this, or let me change that on this. What the print run on this 3-issue series was?
I'd guess probably less than 34,000.
That's what I was about to say. It's got to be in that 30s range, because I've never even seen this cover before you brought it up.
Yeah, it is cool. It is definitely cool.
He's kind of like a Warshat.
Yep.
That's the vibe I'm getting off of him.
Yeah. All right, let me do this here.
But when people put out that main spec, was it the 1 in 25? I think was Mel really posted for Moon Knight. What issue was it? 4 or 5?
Mm-hmm.
And there was the 1 in 25 with this character appearance, and then people dig in the crates and see what they come up with, and then we find gems like this. This is cool.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we have a book to give away still tonight, and you guys know how that works. You got to be live and in effect tonight to win this book. It is a sweet Noctera trade paperback with the signature plate of James Tynion IV and Scott Snyder, another Greg Capullo cohort. You are definitely going to want to check out this book, as well as checking out birdcitycomics.com for another sweet Noctera variant and their current variants that they dropped today. The beautiful Dia de los Muertos covers of Ice Cream Man and Department of Truth. Make sure to go check it out, birdcitycomics.com. And
we like to say it, treat yourself.
Treat yourself. There we go. I like it. Live and in effect. And we are going to give that book away immediately following the #1 issue. And you knew it was going to be #1 this week. People are going crazy for this book for reasons that I'm not quite aware of. I'm going to play Ben tonight. At #1, we have Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood. #4, the 1 and 25 Panosian variant. Ben writes, doubling in price this week up to 110 plus. I think it's 150 now. This one may be turning into a monster. Very few copies still, even if as the price continues to rise. Having the first domestic Sakura Spider appearance could prove incredible as the manga wave is swelling. So that's the part that kind of confused me. Everybody was saying last week that it's because of the Sakura, Spider appearance.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like there was already another book that character was in.
Deadpool Samurai 2.
Okay.
And that was, I think, January of this year. And the question is that, okay, so you have the first appearance in U.S. Comics. I think me and you spoke about this on the phone, Brian, real quick, but the person I could the character I could kind of compare Sakura to is like SpiderMan, the Japanese Spider-Man in ASM #9, first appearance 2014. But yes, the question that we come down to is the Deadpool Samurai main Marvel Universe continuity? And, some people say, well, it's canon. Well, we want to know. Can't come up with that answer. So we have this beautiful variant that also in the full guts, you have the first U.S. appearance of Sakura Spider. On top of that, you have a last issue of a series. The cover is great. I mean, it reminds me of koi fish tattoos. I don't know about you guys, but it's just a very interesting cover, typical Deadpool cover. And these black, white, and blood series are just not getting enough love. They're not being ordered. And like I said, it's a last issue. There's probably not many out there. Cover Price had this on their top, and Ben picked a good one, and this truth right here, straight facts.
Yeah, this book is just flying off the shelf.
And cover A is not bad either.
Yeah, and I had a lot of people's IG last week, showing walking into store and getting lucky and walking in and finding 2 of these still on the the rack, and awesome. I think one person bought 2 for $25 each. On the ride home, put one up on eBay and sold it for like $150 on the ride home. I mean, this book was crazy selling. It just absolutely monster sales on some of these for this book.
Yep. This is what I call a perfect storm variant, guys. You want to these like they're saying, it's a low print run because it's another mini. The black, white, and blood, when you're on the outside looking and you're like, oh, okay, cool. It's a gimmick comic because of the tones that they're using to paint out the comic. There's no substance to it. And then they sneak in some damn substance on you. Here's the cool part is that retailers, when they buy these, you buy them to get the ratios, but then at the same time, you can't get stuck with product. So you guys can walk into stores and walk out with really good pricing on these things because they want to move them.
Right.
They're not standing there scanning eBay. They shouldn't be. They should be working their stores. So they're not going to catch all these, which just makes for a perfect storm of finding and buying these at good rates. This is the fun stuff right here.
Right. Good point.
I say smart stuff sometimes. So.
Yeah, on the weekends.
Yeah, it's Friday, so it counts.
You're on mute, Brian.
Here's the question. Does this continue to climb?
Well, I there's a content creator who's well respected, and I respect him as well. Me and him had a mini debate in the comics, in his comments. He was saying that he believed this was going to drop when he believe it was at about double to triple ratio, and I said nope, it's going to keep going up. It's only been 2 weeks, a week and a half, so we'll see. But there's only 1 in 25s with these black, white, and bloods. There's no 1 in 50. There's no 1 in 10s. There's not this version, and then there's a 1 in 100 that has no trade dress, like they're doing with these X-Men books and the Miss Captain Marvel, and which I think is very lazy and lame. But yeah, and like I was saying, these black, white, and blood series. I was saying last week on the Hot 10 that the first one I believe was Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood, and the solicitation made it to where it was going to be stories retold, basically retcon, by famous creators and writers from everywhere from screenwriters to comic book writers to best-selling authors. We're going to be doing these Wolverine runs, and then there'd be a Deadpool, and then there'd be Elektra. These have been fabulous. I mean, even the open to order covers are great, but this one right here, this one takes the cake of all of them, in my opinion. And plus, you have Guts' first appearance.
Right. And I was just about to say that the Elektra Woman Without Fear, Black, White, and Blood is coming up here soon. So get that on your pull list. It should be an interesting read, but hey, you might hit some magic in there with having these ready.
Yeah, all the red, white, and blood covers are amazing. And the black, white, and blood, whatever you want to call them.
Right. And DC's doing something similar. What are they doing? Golden.
They're all on the Wonder Woman, black, white, and black, whatever, and gold.
Black and gold.
Yeah, even those covers were good. I'll give it to them.
Such good stuff.
Yeah. So Hive Comics says this will be a $450 to $550 9.8. We will have to see. We will
rush. First to market. We'll see.
Yep. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a giveaway to do. Let's go ahead and knock that out. The way that we do this, we pick a comment. We have 35 eligible winners. Let's give it a roll. Ultra Maximus.
What?
Ultra Maximus wins it. Ultra, do you want that book? Let's see if he wants it. Noctera, signed, James Tynan, the 4th.
Wow.
And Scott
Brian, spin it again, because if he wants it, I'll give another one away. Let's give one to a viewer too.
All right. Well, I don't want to. The only reason that I don't want to give it to him is because he's a fucking content creator, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he wants it, that's fine. I'll give another one away.
I'm just kidding. Ultra. Hey,
I'll just make sure I do some special cuddling with his.
I just hope Ultra shows up on Drunken Chat tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Drunken Chat immediately following this. Let's give an extra one away just in case Ultra does want it.
Yes.
Sinister Titan.
Boom.
You better not have a content place. No content creators win this.
Checking your IG right now. No. Here he is.
Congrats.
I love it. But yeah, get how do you guys collect info? Just get it over to me, Brian. I will get this bad boy in the mail. Ultra and Sinister Titan.
Anybody in the chat, please tune in tomorrow to me and Brian are part of another show, Modern Comic Mayhem, and I'm going to let out a little secret of some books with some new first appearance characters that are going to blow your mind tomorrow. Give them the time, Brian.
10 p.m. Eastern, ladies and gentlemen. Where's hold on. Let's see here. All right. Shout out to Sinister and Ultra.
Wow.
Listen, you guys, again, immediately following this, let's hope that Ultra will be around on Drunken Chat. You guys can join us as we jump on over there. Lucas, Ultra, hopefully Mel's going to be there tonight. We'll see. And we'll have a lot of fun. Also, I also want to say, make sure to go check out Bird City Comics for that sweet connecting cover set for the Dia de los Muertos, the Department of Truth, and the Ice Cream Man. Yep. Also, remember Whatnot tomorrow. I will be having a sale tomorrow. A bunch of crazy books, like just newer stuff. I think I don't know. We'll see. A bunch of keys and cool stuff. And then Sunday we'll do a Star Wars style show. And also 11:30, Wounded Warrior Project, Big Leg, Whatnot. Check it out. And we will see you guys soon.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Adios.